Hello there, my name is Eliza DeVries. It is the 23rd of March 2021, and this video I wanted to start a new series talking about astrology, talking about intuition, but also blending them and using the powers of intuition and the power of looking into our astrology chart and seeing what it is exactly that you came in to confront. What were your greatest challenges that you knew you were going to come up against, and what are the hidden gifts within your chart? Oftentimes when I give people an astrology reading, especially young people between the ages of 16 and 30, so much is sitting in their chart that shows where their greatest soul gifts are, where they could actually walk out into life and find it more flowing, more in sync with who they are, find more joy out of life in what their actual God-given talent is, which is lying within the chart. And I love to give these types of readings. I like to discuss with people exactly what it is that they may be feeling victimized by, but if you go into the depths of the chart, you will see that the soul came in with certain major challenges from other lives that it's come in to overcome, to confront, to overcome, and to renew and remake into another type of living. Concurrently within the chart will be huge evidence of where your natural talent lies, so that instead of slogging it out or choosing jobs for the sake of getting by, for the sake of meeting the rent, you're actually diving and taking the plunge into life in an area where you already have a talent, where it will flow more easily. So you may have thought back to your childhood, for example. Let me give you a short, brief history of my childhood. I started out very, very young with an incredible gift with animals, with wild animals, with tame animals, with healing animals, with putting my hands on animals and finding that somehow an energy force was moving through me. And at the same time, I had a gift to look at people and to read people and to see what was driving people, what was motivating people, what was pushing people, what were they hiding, what were they seeking, what was their fear. And as time went by, and I didn't study astrology till I was 50 years old, and then at that time, I had always thought astrology was a bit of a farce because I had read it in the newspaper. It seemed so generalized, and I knew Scorpios or I knew Sagittarians, but each one was so different. I couldn't understand why people would generalize about astrology and put a label over somebody. After I studied astrology and I saw how you could be born under a certain sun sign, have a certain ascendant or moon, and then all the things that were affecting those three major aspects of your chart, it completely could change the expression of the Sagittarian or of the Pisces or of the Cancer into something entirely different. For example, say you met somebody that was a Pisces, but they were born with their sun conjunct Saturn, Saturn being the ruler of Capricorn. This would give them a far more disciplined, orderly, structured existence, while they could still access the dreamy, intuitive, magical Neptune aspects of the Pisces. So here was this overlay that was actually assisting them to structure their life better than, say, another Pisces who may have come in with a Sun Neptune correlation and was way out there and far more in the realms of music or dance or intuition or watery emotional experiences of existence. So what I would love to do, if you're interested, is to give you a personal reading which would be fully focused on your gifts and on your personal challenges, that would be in a way that would assist you to no longer feel any type of victimization by life, because you would understand the Mount Everest you came in to climb, and at the same time to know that there is an easier road out of the morass of suffering that you're in. For example, my life is ruled by Scorpio. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, all in Scorpio. So there is somebody that's going to come up against a lot of experiences of death, of transformation, of going through, like a life where you have it all, you lose it all, you have to remake it all, you have to rebuild it all. It's the life of the phoenix. It's the life of everything being brought to ashes and then having to come back again. Now, not all Scorpios have that in their chart. Some may have, and then I have the moon in Pisces bringing me into the mystical interior worlds of intuition and deep reflection and a more poetic soul than the average Scorpio. So what I'm trying to say here is that within your chart is the gift of so many capacities to overcome what your present circumstance is and to rebuild, remake your life in a way that will feel more flowing and less cumbersome and less struggling. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, is the hidden capabilities within your chart and the gifts that God has given you to overcome those challenges, and the fact that you knew, because in the first 20 years of our life in our astrological chart, we are really dealing with what we came in with, what struggles we came in to really look at hard. So say we came in to overcome abandonment issues, that we have dreadful fear of abandonment or of death. So as a small child, we will go through, choose a family situation where we actually go through an incredible abandonment by one or both parents, or feel isolated and alone and set aside in some format, so that we feel the intensity of the abandonment. The wound is opened up, but as life goes on, then we will have issues come in that will reawaken that wound. But as life goes on, we will then, with our gifts, learn how to overcome that specific issue, heal that wound, and go out and then help others, because the basic meaning for us overcoming our suffering and strengthening our own soul and growing in our wisdom and our capacity to be compassionate is so that we may then carry our gift out into the world and apply it. So wanted to share that with you today. I've got so many things coming to me now when I'm just lying on my bed and letting the divine speak to me from within. So many wonderful messages are shining forth, And I want to help others so much in their own individual lives after this pandemic, when we have all gone through so much loss and isolation and interior landscapes of suffering and of renewal. So thank you. God be with you. And I look forward to talking to you soon. If you'd like to contact me, my email is angelicmercy44@gmail.com. And don't forget to subscribe and to post my video on your wall if you feel so inclined. Thank you.